The skeleton raised its sword above my head. Damn it. Damn it. Here's the dice roll, and here we go. 5. Jump to the right side. I managed to evade its attack and get behind it. I then struck it with my rock, causing the skeleton to crash to the sandy ground. My blow had greatly damaged the skeleton, but it arose for another attack. It turned and raised its sword again. I know where this is going. I mean, you know, the dice roll thing is cute, but there should be more. There should be more to it. Do you know what I'm saying? Different results. Roll again. 3. See, but it did the exact same thing. Left or right side, didn't matter. This could use some work. I'm all on board. This is a cool idea. Roll again. Well, we're gonna have to die now, because I got a 1. I was frozen with fear, unable to move. It was too late for me. The sword sliced through my neck and cut off my head. This place wasn't too cold, but I still got goosebumps. Prepare for battle again. Time to roll. It's a 1 again. Cut off my head. Okay. Okay, here we go. It's a 4. Knocked under the ground. Gets up. Roll again. It's a 2. I'm dead. Okay, here we go. Here we go. What's gonna happen? Roll again. 3. Knocked him down. He gets up. Roll again. 1. I'm dead. Here we go. Based random number generator. Roll again. It's a 4. Maybe if I hit him like a bunch of times, it's a 2. Why can't I get like 2 solid rolls in a row to see what happens? Random numbers suck, man. Here we go. Roll again. It's a 5. I bet you if I did it again, it would die, but maybe I won't ever see it. It's a 4. We get to see it again. Managed to evade its attack and get behind it, causing the skeleton to crash to the sandy ground. Okay, that didn't do anything. Maybe it's counting. It's a 6. Too bad for you, smashed your skull. The blow of my rock shattered its skull into fragments, overwhelming its system and causing it to fall to the ground. What system does a skeleton have? You think it's like it doesn't make much sense. Anyways, it was still very much alive though, staring at me with empty eye sockets. That doesn't make sense. It seemed like it was waiting for the power of its master to regenerate it. At that moment, I heard a noise behind me and turned to see where it came from. On a hill about a mile from me, I saw a horde of these monsters, hundreds of skeletons slowly marching toward me. I could see a 4-armed beast among them. With no way to defeat so many, I decided to run away, remembering the advice to follow the shining stones. The skeletons weren't my only hunters. As I made my way toward a large lake in the distance, several sandstorms formed around me. They were moving alongside me as if they were being controlled or had some sort of mind of their own. Well, in a way they do, right? Sandstorms? I reached some sort of town, but all of its houses were filled with sand. It had been abandoned for centuries. I continued running, finally finding a large tube buried under gigantic rocks. I thought that said socks. I'll be honest. You know what they say about big rocks. It seemed to be part of some labyrinthine? Is that like a... whatever. Labyrinth tunnel system. I entered the tube and turned on the flashlight. I knew that those monsters were still following me, and I had to hurry. There were no branches, so my path was completely straightforward, so no choices. I then encountered a massive energy source around the next corner. It was emitting an intense light, filled the entire passage. Okay. It looked like some sort of portal. I stepped forward and cautiously touched it. It was warm like some kind of light projection, and I couldn't see a thing behind it. It was a barrier which I had to cross. I think we should go back and surrender. Sorry, guys. I mean, I don't trust no portals. How had I suddenly become such a coward? I decided not to risk entering the portal and instead made my way back to the desert. When I emerged from the tunnel, I found the skeletons and their master waiting for me. Well, it's nice of you to return to us, and that you've stopped trying to learn things your brain wouldn't comprehend. However, I am still disappointed, and you won't be forgiven this time. My servants would no doubt want to rape you. Whoa, buddy. Chill out. But their organs decomposed many centuries ago. They will have to be satisfied with simply tearing you apart. The sword slashed my flesh, turning it into an unsolvable human jigsaw puzzle. I was trying to overread unsolvable. Well, we're back here. We have to defeat a skeleton again, guys. I'm sorry. We're gonna see this through to the end. Damn it. Okay, that was 2 last time. It's 2 again. God damn it. Okay. 3. It's a 1. Man. 1 in 6 chance is really hard. It's a 1 again. It's a 3. This is so goofy. It's a 2. I'm dead. Can I kill this thing? Is it? It's a 6. Thank God. Alright, yep. These eye sockets were looking at us or something. There's a portal still alive. Plays. Let's enter the portal. I was standing on an immense red line surrounded by pure black space. Floating grass, trees, and rocks. The only things I could hear were my own heartbeat and the sound of the weak but constant wind. I stepped forward. The line was like asphalt. It was strong and seemed to handle my weight. I calmly took another step and then suddenly heard a voice inside my head. Why have you come here? What are you expecting to find? You do not know me, but it is not important that you do. It matters not. I am your friend in this situation, or perhaps only a spectator. This summoned source offered the rulers of some centuries indescribable wealth and power. The very worst regimes run by the worst people imaginable, degenerates who care for nothing in this world save for themselves, but will always obey their master. While you were searching for this place, they have already attacked Europe. How do you think you will destroy them? The source is hunting you, and its followers are everywhere. Its eyes are on everything, so you cannot hide. Stay with me. Do you really need your world? I listened to these words. As I continued on my way, I couldn't afford to stop. I felt that something important was at the end. Perhaps a conclusion to a video game. The line culminated in a square with a big red fountain. Be ready then. This is just the beginning. I believe you already know who your caller was, do you not? I stepped into the fountain. It seemed like... Was there like a subliminal frame of something else there? It seemed like I was teleported to a dark spot in this place. This time I was surrounded by pure black space, and the red line was surrounded by the gray walls. But it's black. How can you see? There was also a mist, which didn't allow me to see much further. I made several stops and then noticed the floating figure. Walking further, I realized it was a naked female body. Bodacious. Babelicious. After taking several more steps, I could see it better. I couldn't believe my eyes. It was Sarah, my lost little sister. Who is this? I'm sorry for calling and drawing you into all of this, but I need you. As you can see, I screwed up again. Oh, is that my sister? Talking? Suddenly, the big eye appeared from nowhere and blocked my path. Not this time. Get the fuck out of here, it screamed in my head. Then I lost consciousness and woke up in ruined Yugoslavia. I didn't know anything about the place, but somehow I was totally sure about my location. I was at some point of construction. I was at some sort of construction site. I was at some sort of construction site. In a worker's hut. It had 2 exits and I chose the left one. Don't even give me a choice. I would have chose left anyways. Checkpoint reached. The place was surrounded by broken walls, ruined buildings, and wrecked cars. The gates to the construction site were smashed apart, offering a potential way out, but fire was blocking any possible escape. I retracted my steps and went through another exit. There was a hole in one of the walls. It seemed to be my only way out of there. Go back. The gates to the construction site were smashed apart, offered potential way out. Fire was blah, 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 blah. Go back. Go back. Why give me this option? Damn it! There has to be some Easter egg. Please. It's the funniest part about these games, is when you do something 10 times. Fine, I get the picture. Enter the hole. I found a hole in another wall, but something wasn't right. He's playing like red light, green light. Freeze! I stood still. And after a few seconds, a car fell in the area just behind the hole. I then saw the big eye floating in the air above, looking down at me. A moment later, it disappeared. Shocked and horrified, I quickly entered the hole and continued through more holes I found in other walls. In front of me, there was another garbage. My reading is really bad. There was another garage blocking my view of the outside and the ruins of a pair of burning 2-storied buildings. I moved closer to the ruins. At that instant, several large eyeballs appeared in the sky, staring down at me. As I watched them, I found myself unable to move. I was paralyzed with fear. There was nowhere to hide, and it was too late to run. Then, one of the eyeballs exploded. What? Where did I go? Sorry to pull out random accents. Gotta go with it sometimes. Maybe the narrator's like some Australian guy. By the time I realized what had caused it, half of them had been destroyed. The reason was Sarah, who had shot them down with a rifle from behind the ruins. By the time I reached her, she had destroyed the last one. I kissed and hugged her. There were a lot of things we needed to tell each other. Yeah, I guess. This is the end of my story. We found a safe place in one of the destroyed buildings where we could rest and plan our next move. Sarah's story is greater than mine and too long to tell. Well, you know, perhaps another Genesis card for that. 64 meg this time. She told me she had died as a mercenary near this place, but was somehow able to resurrect herself using knowledge which I still don't understand. She forced her way through time and space until she was captured by the betrayer. She called me using only her mind. It seems that Sarah possesses some amazing powers. She tricked the betrayer and was able to escape and help me here. I also learned that a union was created, a union of the very worst of degenerates from different countries. They were the ones that thing from the wild Wild portal? Is that supposed to be white? Wild portal? From the wild portal? Told me about? A unity of followers from India, Russia, and China. Maybe one of those followers wrote this novelization. They are the perfect slaves and will obey any order. They don't need food or drink. These disgusting beings consume their own waste. They are completely fucked up and don't care about anything. They give no fucks. I think that's the correct terminology. I can only hope that these dumb fucks won't find us here, at least for now. I really need to sleep. The end. What the f... Okay, guys. A game by Sasha Darko. I assume that's the true ending. Apparently, there's some secret endings if you have played the PC version, but I have a feeling that it was just the password that I found on my first playthrough. Additional proofreading by Natalie Pierre, Zeb, and Ken Horowitz. Text overhaul by Ken Horowitz. Well, Ken needs to fucking really work on his shit. GINCS engine is created by Geraldo Pinheiro. This is a game encyclopedia. Select the character you want to learn about. Okay. Wow. So after we beat the game, we get this, I guess. Ellen, the main character of this game, she is a private detective. Her business is dying, and her sister is missing, and presumably her business is dying. Oh, I was reading that like... Never mind. Despite this, Ellen is not an alcoholic, and she hates smokers. Ellipsis. That's pretty cute. Sarah. Ellen's sister is a mercenary known as Revenette. She's officially missing, but everyone thinks she's dead, except Ellen. In truth, she really did die on the battlefield, but she was resurrected. Ellipsis. The mind, a positive source of power from another dimension. It doesn't know anything about itself, but is aware of its possibilities and mission. It is fully opposed to the betrayer. The spectator, a neutral source of power from another dimension. It's following its own aims. It is following its own aim. Okay. But its true motives are unknown. Okay. Matriarch, whatever that is. The chief lieutenant of the betrayer. It is a four-armed hermaphrodite beast and a ruthless and intelligent monster. Its body is composed of dead cult followers, and it can regenerate itself like Nito, the Grave Lord, or Grand Falloon. Right? The betrayer, so the opposite of the mind, right? Spectator, sort of neutral. A negative source of power which was born from human hatred and degradation and summoned by holy intentions. It controls the URIC or Uric and appears in physical form as a massive eyeball. It is the only source which can travel outside its portal. Uric, the unity of Russia, India, and China. It provides the perfect slaves who follow its rulers without gestion. Sure. It has an agreement with the betrayer. Holy intentions, an ancient and total... Damn it. Damn you, word, you came back. Totalitarian sect that summoned the betrayer and was completely destroyed by it. Daniel, the leader of a group that looks after its acolytes. He is not just another pawn, and he has his own reasons for working for holy intentions. Daniel has a very big secret, and his fate is unknown. To be continued. Butcher, the dumb guard of the cabin outpost. He is an illegal immigrant from Spain. He earned his name by butchering many innocent people as sacrifices. Anyone who found the outpost was eliminated. In the end, he was disintegrated by the betrayer. Vaporized. The false darkness. When the betrayer was summoned, something far more sinister also slipped through the portal. The false darkness is a spirit which uses night as a camouflage. No one is aware of its existence, not even the sources. It never reveals itself until it wishes to be seen. Most of the time, it does so at the moment it devours its victims. It is a silent spectator, one that is more dangerous than the betrayer and its servants. It'd be nice to know about this stuff as you play the game. I've always had trouble coming to terms with this sort of thing. But that's it. Exit to the main menu. Why does that little information in the text next to it, that little logo, why is that like super blurry compared to the actual text of the game? I'm not sure. Well, that's Sacred Line Genesis. Thank you for watching. There might be more to this game, but I think I've reached a pretty good conclusion. You know what? It was a pretty neat experience, but I feel like maybe I'm missing something, not having played the original version. There could have been storage constraints due to the hardware being on a Genesis cart. But I mean, Pure Solar, that's a 64 meg cart, right? So yeah, thanks for watching. If you want more weird sort of retro playthroughs, even though this game is copyright 2014, stay tuned to this channel. I'm Lord of Ultima, and I'm signing out.